So, was that your last question?
Yeah, that's it. I didn't want to take up too much.
Oh, what's up, y'all? Have you ever heard you have a nationality according to the Bible? No, I'm talking to y'all. You don't want to learn what we got going on here? You want to record this, but then you don't want to learn, right? That's not fair. That's not fair. Come on, learn something. Y'all believe in the Bible? You do? You ever heard you have a nationality according to the Bible? What do you call yourself here in America? Huh? Is this your mom? Okay. Ma'am, do you believe in the Bible? No. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I believe in the scriptures. I read the scriptures.
All right, cool. So, all of y'all have a nationality according to the scriptures. All right? Have you ever heard of that before?
I'm Hebrew.
You're Hebrew. That's a bet. So she knows what's up, right? But I'm assuming y'all didn't know. So you call yourself what? Black? Right?
Right.
Your hair is closer to black than you are. It's really brown though. You know what I'm saying? So why call yourself a color that don't even match what you are? Right? What about African American? Can you be from two places at the same time? Isn't Africa a continent and America a continent? Huh? So she was, yeah, because she was probably thinking, well, I'm African American, but you can't be from two places at the same time though. You know that Africa is the last name of a white man? It's a Greek name. Means Africanus means place not cold or something like that. Place not cold. So basically it's the Greek name of a white man that was given to him after he conquered the place by killing Hannibal. You understand me? And all the people on that land were then called Africans. So now you call yourself African, but it was the name that a white man was given. You understand? Same thing with American. America is named after Amerigo Vespucci. He's the guy that got to get America named after him once the Queen of Spain found out that Columbus was stealing her gold. You feel what I'm saying? So this is all stuff that they don't teach us in school, and it's on purpose. Because they don't want the Negro, Latino, and Native Americans to know that we have a nationality according to the Bible, right? And that we're the 12 tribes of Israel. The real 12 tribes of Israel. That those white people over there that call themselves Jewish, is just, they're fakes. You know what ish means? Huh? Ish is a suffix, right? You know what a prefix and a suffix is?
Yeah.
Right? So, ish is a suffix, right? It means like or pertaining to. So if I say I'm going to be at camp around 3:45-ish.
3:35-ish.
Yeah, 3:35-ish, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Really, I said 3:45-ish. 3:45-ish, and I pop up at 4:15.
At 5:30.
Hey, 4:15, right? That didn't mean I was gonna be there at 3:45, right? Because I said 3:45-ish, right? If I say you're acting childish, am I saying you're acting like a child or you are one? You're acting like one, right? So if I say I'm Jewish, what does that mean? I'm acting like a Jew, right? Right, exactly, right? If I say I'm English, what am I saying? You're acting from your, right, you're acting like you're from England, right? If I'm a Briton, what am I saying? Or British, right? I'm acting like a Brit. You know what Brit means? People of the covenant. You know what the people of the covenant according to the Bible are? The 12 tribes of Israel. So why is that place over there called Britain if the people of the covenant are supposed to be the 12 tribes? It's because we lived over there too. You ever heard of the Dark Ages before?
Yeah.
You seen movies like Lord of the Rings? You know when that time period is supposed to be depicted? It was the Dark Ages, right? They made it seem like it was a bunch of wars going on. What color were them orcs? Y'all remember? Huh? You know them little ugly creatures. I ain't seen no white ones. They was black. They was black orcs. They had curly hair and dreadlocks and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They made them look real ugly, like creatures and stuff. Monsters, goblins. That was supposed to be us, killing the white folks during the Dark Ages. You understand what I'm saying? That's what that whole movie was about. Them taking us over during the Renaissance period. So, yeah, so, you know what I'm saying? But,
You want to give him 20 how to pray?
hold up, that ain't it. There's a certain thing you got to do once you realize that you're an Israelite, right? Let me prove something to you. Do y'all know how your people got to America? Huh? How'd your ancestors get to America? On boats, right?
Right, they just found it in my
They just found it in your city, huh? She gonna like this. Give me Deuteronomy 15, verse, 28, verse 68.
Bring it up.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Right. Hold on. Yeah, Exodus 22. So look, it said that the Most High is gonna bring you into Egypt again with ships, right? Right now that sounds like it don't pertain to us. But give me Exodus chapter 20, verse 2.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Right. So it says that Egypt, according to the Bible, the definition of Egypt is house of bondage. What were we taken to on boats that you were just talking about? A place of bondage, right? A house of bondage. America was a house of bondage for us, right? We built this place up, all these skyscrapers and stuff like that, because we was in slavery, right? Working for free, right? Go ahead.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
So he said, where I spoke to you, you ain't gonna see it no more, right? We was taken from West Africa. But first we left Israel in 70 AD when the Romans found us the first time. You heard of Alexander the Great? Huh? When you go to college, they teach you history. If you ever take the history classes in college, you know what I'm saying? And because that's the only history class they're gonna teach you that type of stuff in. They're not gonna teach it to you in history in K through 12. It's too important. So, Alexander the Great basically took over everything from Europe all the way to Punjab, India. Okay? And that's why everybody in the Middle East is light-skinned now. Because he let his whole army go through there, rape all the women, and in turn, over time, the people went from brown skin to light skin. You feel? So, all that is because of one guy, Alexander the Great, and his generals. Because after he died, he had other generals that continued to reign and do the same thing that he did, right? So, now, the Middle East, ain't no such thing as the Middle East, right? It's connected to Africa. It's on the same tectonic plate. So everybody from that area is supposed to be the same color as us, okay? So, go ahead and finish.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
So he said that we're going to be sold unto our enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. You understand what I'm saying? So we left Israel in 70 AD because of Alexander the Great. We ran into West Africa, right? This is in a book you can find called Babylon and Timbuktu, right? Read page 86. You could Google it online if you want, if you don't believe me. So basically, we went into West Africa, and that's where the Most High had us be taken into slavery again, right? Read, get the book of Amos, chapter 1.
And no man shall buy you.
And no man's gonna save you. That means no man's gonna save you from the captivity, right? Was anybody able to save us from captivity? Nat Turner couldn't save us, he got killed, right? Noble Drew Ali got killed. Marcus Garvey died. Harriet Tubman, you know what I'm saying? Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Everybody that tried to save us died. So now we're left with a pot full of coons that wear suits. And that's it. That's the leaders of the black folks, the Hispanic folks, and the Native Americans. Yeah, right. Coons and dresses. Right. Young Jock worked right up the street, so we got to say that because he might walk outside or something. So, go ahead. Oh, wait.
Bring it out.
He got 76.
Go ahead, read that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter.
Where y'all about to go?
They ain't going nowhere. They listen.
Ain't nothing in the book.
I'm coming back. We gotta come back. All your pictures, right?
He gonna teach you how to pray.
My people now.
Listen, he gonna teach you how
All
to
right, we're going to do that right now. We're going to teach you how to pray before you leave. Because I don't think y'all going to come back.
You gotta
You
learn
just-
that.
I ain't coming back.
We going to see.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians.
Oh, hold up. You got it? 11 and 3. Yep. Go ahead.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man,
Right.
and the head of Christ is God.
So do y'all believe that? Final word talks about him. Huh? You said no? You don't believe that? Why you don't believe that? Hold on, time out. Time out. Why you don't believe that? I thought the first thing I asked you was, do you believe in the Bible? And then you said that. Do you know why you don't believe that? I'm gonna tell you why. Cause I know the history.
Qualified to be head though. That's right. Every man ain't qualified.
I will agree with you that.
So you can't
But
just say that for right now.
But let me-
current situation.
let me tell you this though, right?
You see these men up here?
Let me tell you this, right? Somebody give me Baruch chapter 3 verse 8. This is what you gotta understand, right? The reason that that a lot of our men aren't fit to be, you know, the head of the household or whatever?
They still in bondage within their mind frame.
Exactly. So you already know what's going on. So why not cut the brother some slack and help him get his mind right then instead of judging him for it?
You gotta want to get your mind right in order to get your mind right.
You right, but here's the thing though. Do you make him want to get his mind right?
A lot of times they don't want to. If you don't want to, you can't make nobody do something they don't want to.
How do you tell him to get his mind right? Do you be like, hey nigga, you ain't got no job. Why you ain't got no job? Nigga, you just always sit on the couch.
You don't work, you don't eat. No, but even the ones that rep y'all still don't do right. Yeah, that's true too. Right now.
Huh? You said the ones that do what?
Hebrew Israelites still do Israelites.
The ones that rep the Most High still don't do right?
I have that.
Well then they're not Israelites.
Hebrew
Right?
Israelites come out of their own thing. I mean, you watch
You try the spirit by the spirit. The Bible says you're supposed to court somebody. You ain't supposed to just get in bed and sleep with someone and be like, okay, well, this my dude now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand that.
You have to try them. You understand what I'm saying? You have to spend time with them, get to know who they are first. So,
the scriptures say you have to prove a friend.
right, exactly.
So you have to prove, like, you know, when you're courting a man, you gotta, when he's courting you, y'all gotta prove yourselves to each other to make sure you're a solid fit before you actually get married.
It's facts.
I have a kid.
Yeah, right, exactly. Right, exactly. All of this. Because according to the Bible, sex is marriage. You understand? So, I'm gonna leave it there. So look, go ahead.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first.
You understand? So if thou will get a friend, prove him first. The person you get with is supposed to be a friend first, right? That's what it's supposed to be. You ain't supposed to just get with somebody, oh, he's cute. I'm gonna make some good looking babies with him. You know what I'm saying? No, we reading it. I got it right
Can I ask you a question, sis? That's your son, right?
Right.
So don't you want him to be the head of his household?
So why you don't
So
want?
you can't disagree with the scripture the man just brought out.
Why you don't want a man to be the head of you then?
I provide my own bread at my home.
Oh, I don't need a man for nothing, right? She one of them girls.
Hey, that's America. But you need a man for them kids. See what America does?
Hold on, let me explain something to you.
America reverse everything.
Let me explain something to you, right? The dude that you had him with, or any of them with, are they in their lives? Not to get in your life or nothing like that. But it's a question, because it's a prophecy if it's not.
That's right.
Not right now.
Not right now. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 54. I'm going to show you something.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
I'm going to show you something, right? Because this is something a lot of y'all don't understand. And once y'all get this understanding, it's going to change the outlook of the way that you look at a lot of the men that y'all deal with, right? And how the scriptures talk about a woman being a man's help. It's more so, that's what Eve was made for Adam for, right? She was supposed to be his pillar of rest and his help. That was basically her first two commandments, right? He's supposed to be a helpmeet and a pillar of rest. So
Sometimes men fall weak-minded to a female outside of the home as well.
But here's the thing though. Here's the thing that you're not understanding. A man wouldn't feel weak-minded to a woman outside the home if he was satisfied with everything he was getting in the home.
That's not true.
Is that not true, fellas?
Everything.
Is that not true? I'm just saying. Go ahead and read what you said.
Come on.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 54.
Gonna go on
Hold on,
that.
check me out. Look.
They don't like that. I know that.
Hey, look.
That's why I said teach them to pray, man. That's the best chance.
I'm gonna teach you. Well, look, we couldn't teach them to pray because they didn't believe in the first part of the scripture. So I'm trying to get them to believe in that.
That's trying to flee.
They ain't gonna cover their head if they don't believe they have one.
Look, she trying to run.
You understand what I'm saying? So,
And that's what America do.
hold up, so y'all don't want to learn how to pray? It's more important to y'all to not have a man over you according to the scriptures for you to actually know how to pray to the Most High? Just because before I gotta say that, that's what it said?
See that?
You said it sound like what?
See that? Hey, blessed is he who is not offended in me.
Huh.
That's what the Bible says.
Blessed is he that is not offended in me, or she that is not offended in me, for that matter.
America
You
built
understand?
that attitude.
Yeah, the reason y'all have that attitude about the man being over y'all is because of slavery. It's trapped in your Rolodex. It's trapped in your subconscious. You understand what I'm saying? It's something that subconsciously you're thinking about because you might have been somebody who the slave master got over with back in your last life. You understand what I'm saying? And don't even know it. Psychologically, And so psychologically, every man that you have the ability to be over, you try to be over. And when he's not willing to be under you, then it becomes a problem. Because in slavery, that's the type of power that the black woman was given by the slave master. It's the same type of power she's given in corporate America. It's the same type of power she's been given in the household, right? A lot of the men can't get jobs because that's how the system is made. You guys get jobs whenever y'all want to get jobs for the most part. You understand what I'm saying? When we want EBT, we can't get it, but y'all get it whenever y'all want to get it, right? When we need healthcare benefits, we don't get it when we need it. But when y'all need healthcare benefits, if y'all apply the right way, y'all gonna get them healthcare benefits. You understand what I'm saying? The reason it's designed like that is so that y'all can have that certain power in the household. You understand? And that's the type of power that gives you the psychological mind frame that you don't need a man for nothing, because that's what they want you to think.
And the only women that say that are our women.
Right. You don't see the Chinese woman saying that shit.
That's been failed by our men.
But the reason you've been fed by your men, one, is because you chose men who were failures. Two, well, hold on.
That's why the Most High showed you these brothers. That's reading you the scripture off the page.
And two, when you got that man that was in a distress situation, you tried to pry your way over him instead of help him get on his feet. I can tell by your spirit.
Like when I deal with a guy, I build my man up, and I let him know every morning, send text messages, wake you up, let you know I appreciate you.
If you were really,
but if you step outside the household, you're no longer needed. Period. So you dead to me.
So show her the scripture that the husband is gonna leave the wife, and the wife's eye is gonna be equal.
That's what I was trying to ring her.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 54. So that the man is tender among you and very delicate. His eyes shall be evil toward his brother.
That's black on black crime.
And toward the wife of his bosom. And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
So look, the wife of his bosom, as I said, the person you have sex with becomes your mate, right? According to the scriptures, right? That's what the ring is. We don't wear rings in our culture because not to be vulgar, but the woman's body part is the ring and the man's body part represents the finger. You understand? That's the marriage according to the scriptures. So, right, the consummation. So, that person becomes the wife of your bosom, right? I don't know if you guys noticed, but polygamy was a thing back then. A lot of these guys, the way our nation was built was by multiple women. So there was multiple women that were with one man at a certain time period. So that's one thing. As I told you, the same way psychologically that slavery mind frame is trapped in your mind, polygamy is trapped in a lot of these other brothers' mind.
One woman is
She gonna change the subject.
I'll answer that in a second.
Because you wouldn't agree if I had two men and you
I will answer that in a second.
No.
So you gonna run? With that, you gotta go?
No, y'all ain't.
No, y'all not.
And I can't help you.
Read that last part. Let's see if they stay. Hurry up.
How many wives did Abraham have?
Read that.
And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
Right? Right, that's a fact. That's why you're not supposed to have two.
Hey, Salak.
I don't
Salak,
care.
I always be
That's all.
stepping on LEL feet, man, because I see it in advance, man. They're not trying to get this. You gotta just teach them how to pray and get the blood off your hands, because they hard-headed. I can see that. That way you got that head full of blonde hair. You proud as hell, man.
They didn't want to know how to pray though, because I couldn't even teach them that they had a head.
They don't want that.
They won't cover their head if they don't know they have one.
And now you see why this word is so important to be taught. Our women are being the example. When did any of them open their mouth?
That's what I was about to get to.
They listening, that's why they know something.
I'm sure they got their man happy at the crib and stuff. I was gonna ask them
No,
if they
that
have
nigga
any
ain't happy.
problems.
That nigga is not happy. And she got mad when I said only our women feel like that, because the elder put the spirit on me to say
That's
that.
facts.
And then she tried to justify, nuh-uh. You ain't never seen no woman of no other race come up here and say, I don't need no man.
That's what I told her.
She had a little girl and a little boy. She gonna teach that little girl that she don't need a man,
Right.
and she gonna teach the little boy that he don't want to be a man.
Right.
No man in the house.